is that it remained at her pounding heart, and she loved going throughout the Commonwealth that had been empire whenever she could. Places like Canada were particularly important. And she was the glue. She was the glue in a changing institution.
She was the unchanging in a great changing world and a great changing institution. And Prince Philip always used to say, well, the Commonwealth is Lilibet's baby. And she really considered it was her baby. And she brought it forward into the modern world so that it was a Commonwealth of nations. It was a family. She calls it really more her family than the Commonwealth. And people belong to it as like a membership of a club that's going to help you.
And I think there's something else there as well. We're in 2022. We don't think about empire, or generally people don't think about.
Oh, the enemies of empire do. They go on about it. The enemies of Britain go on about it the whole of the time.
Those of you joining us on radio, that is David Starkey joining in. But let's go back to Philip Kinsley.
David's absolutely right. Of course,
always.
Of course they do.
As always.
Of course they do. But what we don't appreciate, is this huge melancholy after the war that stretches right into the 1970s.
A war in which Commonwealth soldiers played an absolutely
Philip, I'm
part.
sorry. I think I was alive, and I think you're wrong. The reign begins with this tremendous burst of hope. Remember, Britain of the 1950s is pioneering jet travel, pioneering atomic power, pioneering fusion. There's this extraordinary failure. The sense of regret, the sense of something's gone horribly wrong, is actually the beginning of the 60s. Her reign begins...
Hang on, David.
This is why we talk about the new years of
I want to come on to
age.
technology a little bit later on. I want to finish this thought, because to me it's a profound one, Philip.
I think
this could have gone very badly wrong had she not gone along with it, become the glue, Lilibet's baby, as Ingrid reminded us.
So that's how we understand the importance of the Commonwealth, I think, because it's that segue from empire into the new era. I think David's right. There was an absolute forward thrust of absolute newness, and you can see that right from 1945 onwards. But also, I would argue at this time there is also, and it increases and increases and increases, and it kind of builds. Curiously enough, in the 70s, there is this melancholia there. There is this. It's
called Suez.
There.
It's Suez.
It's called Suez.
It's called Suez. But remember, you've got 4 years before Suez, and it's really important we understand that sense of optimism. But there's another thing again, because we're trying to arrive at a judgment, Alastair.
Yes.
And I think it's really important we balance the Commonwealth, which has been the Queen's baby. It's the only area where she operates totally independently of ministerial advice.
Yes.
Now, this is going to bite them, and it is manifestly doing so if you look at the problems of the recent tours of the West Indies. It may very well be that Charles would be sensible. It's already been suggested by quite a few commentators. If Charles said, actually, I know the Queen wanted me to be head of the Commonwealth, would you please vote?
Yeah.
Maybe, as a Briton, I should step back, because otherwise the whole problem of race relations, of reparations for slavery, and the complete misunderstanding of the role of the royal family as somehow representing Britain. The reason they're in all of these places is because they're either the head of state of the Barbados or wherever it be.
They represent the actual places.
That's right.
Point.
That's right.